Hello, everybody, or ciao, maybe. So it's again the podcast with Tatjana and Judith and our special guest, Matteo. Welcome, Matteo.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, and Judith.
Yeah. Ciao, Matteo. It's so nice to have you as a guest. And our first international guest so far, we have Annika Hocke and now Matteo. It's so nice to have you. Maybe just tell us, how are you doing? How's your off season going?
So, first of all, thank you for having me with you. It's great to be here. Well, we are in the middle of the summer, so quite an turning point already because the season it's not, of course, begin, but it's about to, and we need to be ready for that. So we are working very hard as a team, and also, of course, myself in first. But it's a very tough period, because you need to put the gas in the tank, and you just have to put your head down and keep going, even if the things are not coming, you just have to go.
Yeah, I imagine, and it's probably also tough. It's summer outside. You want to relax in the sun, but you
Yeah.
have to go to the ice rink every day and put in the hours and mileage, right?
Yeah, it's exactly like this because in Italy, some like mostly it's good weather, so it's hard to be every day in the ice rink. But this is the choice we, as an athlete, we make. So it's very also challenging for us to be every day on the ice rink.
And we already thought about it. It's incredible. Matteo, you are approaching your third Olympic season. That's you competed in 2018, you competed in 22 in the Olympic Games, and now you're entering your third Olympic year. So how does that compare, maybe, if you look back, the first time, the second time, and now heading into the third season Olympic?
Well, yeah, it's quite unreal for me to go even through the third one, trying to go for the third one. At first, when I was trying to get the first one, almost like 8 years ago, I wouldn't believe myself to go and say, "Okay, you're going for trying to go for the third also." I would say like I don't know, going for one, it's already a big thing. And of course, I was 8 year younger than right now, and things were different. I was coming to an Olympic season as not the first one to be part of the team as a man, and I had to really fight through it. And I was then the youngest one in the team, so it was quite different position from now. And even the second one was another point of view because I was through the middle of my career. But unfortunately, I really couldn't work well before the Olympics. I remember that the month before it was very hard practicing. Of course, it was a hard moment for all over the world. There was pandemic situation with COVID and stuff, so it was already hard. But I really remember that I regret a lot in the 2022 Olympics. I could have done much more, but that's how it went. And the good thing is that I'm now on the way to try to go to another one and to, learn from the two of the before and just be better and be the best Matteo can be. And the first thing is, of course, try to get the spot because in Italy, as you all know, it's more and more challenging through the years, and this is, I think, the hardest one in the past, like I would say, 20 years.
Yeah, the competition is really tough in Italy, has risen so much the level in the men's skating, but it's also, I guess, pushing you and the others.
Yeah, of course, of course. Well, I mean, as I said before, it's another point of view. 8 years ago, I was not even 20 years old. Right now, I'm going for a 27. And in a figure skating career, it's quite a bit. I mean, I'm not the first one anymore. I'm almost the oldest one in the team. But it's fun and challenging for me every day to compete with the other guys.
And it's also you have a lot of experience under your belt that can you use, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing that I will use this season. I will try to use this season.
You did had a question?
I remember talking to Nikolai Memola about his similar topic, of course, big competition in Italy, and he says, I love competition. Would you sign this as well? Or would you be like, I rather want it to be like 8 years ago, it's me, and not so hard, maybe?
No, no, I really prefer to have competition. Of course, like if you want to say it's easier to be like before, maybe it was, I mean, 2018, I was not alone. I was still challenging people around me, and I had to really fight to go to the Olympics. Then in 2022, we had two spots, and we were 2, 3 also with Gabri, but it was a little bit easier the situation. Right now, we are five with two spots, so it's more demanding. And but I prefer this. I prefer to really fight, challenge myself, and be maybe the fourth one, not to go to the Olympics. But I know that I really tried hard, and because if I go, it's because I really deserve it, you
Mm.
know.
Yeah, right.
And still, you keep, among all these competitors, you keep such a good spirit among
Well,
all you
that's the
competitors.
key.
I think you,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
key. That's the key. And of course, then, it's an individual sport. So when the season begins, everybody has to think of itself, but it's also helping us to keep the group together and not to fight ourselves outside the ice rink because we are like normal people around. But on the ice, we have to be athlete. We have to, compare ourselves, and we are fighting for the same spot, not only at the Olympics, but at the Europeans, at World Championships. So it's normal to have the competition, the fight on the ice, but it's also good to have a normal relationship outside.
Mm. And last season you came back from that surgery, that injury. That was pretty tough, but I think how did you manage this? Because it was a good comeback. You came to Europeans and yeah, I mean you
Yeah.
really fought back after that.
Well, yeah, it was I say an average season for me. I was fifth all over. I was fifth at the Grand Prix. I was fifth at Europeans. So I was okay. I mean, I didn't really know when was the point where I could push again
Mhm.
100%. That point at the end was about beginning of January,
Mhm.
so it was quite late during the season. The first half was already gone, and I couldn't really push because my body was not allowing me to push 100%. But the problem, of course, was because I started the preparation very late. Even like in July, I was not doing triple axel yet. It was hard. Yes, I did one like in June or end of May, but then no more. Was that adrenaline coming to me? But then the hip said, okay, you need to stop a little bit. You need to chill down because we are not ready for that. So yeah, we moved everything towards the season, and I knew that the Grand Prix was um, a, a question mark for me because I didn't know if I could actually be competitive or not. But then, going there and get a fifth position, it's already like a big result for me because I didn't really know if I could compete even.
Yeah.
So being fifth was okay. And then through the season, I really started to improve. And then just before Europeans, I realized I could push 100%. So then I went back also with the quad toe in the program. But pushing in January, it means that you can perform in March, April. It's a big gap. But still, Europeans were very good, I think. The result, I mean, I was fourth after the short, really close to the podium, and unfortunately, the free didn't really go. It was really upset. I was really upset for that because I knew I had more, but the fifth place still, it's something that came, and I really took it and bring it home. And then, of course, I tried few other competition, as you know, at the end of the season, because I really wanted to try the three quads layout for the free program to understand the rhythm and if I was losing maybe too much choreography towards the technique. So I was trying something. And then, so at the end of the season, I said, okay, to look back, it was an average season. It was a good season. Knowing that I was not 100% until January, I think I can say like thank you to all the team, thank you to all the doctors, and thank you to my family because they really supported me a lot. There was some tough moments where I wanted to, just say, okay, I want to stay home. I don't want to go anywhere. But they really gave me the support that I needed, and I'm really grateful of this.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you that considering the circumstances, you did a great job in the last season. And now you are at 100% and you can push 100%. How is it?
Yeah, yeah. Now the hip problem, I call it, it's completely gone, and I feel like I can push 100%. Now, the hard thing is that Olympic season is so different from the others because you need to think about the world ranking, you need to think about the national ranking, you need to think about the Grand Prix, then you need to think about the national championships, then you need to think to go to Europeans, then 2 weeks it's Olympics. So you need to think more like wide, more things. You need to focus on everything, and it's harder. That's why it's an Olympic season. That's why it's heavy and not is like a usual season. And I'm really grateful, as we said at the beginning, that I passed already 2 seasons like this in my career, so I can really learn from the past because, of course, I did mistake. And but I want to learn from my mistakes. So I look back, we realized already, okay, here we can do better this. We need to be ready here, not here. We cannot be ready here. We need to like accept that we cannot be ready here, and that's all. I mean, I really with the team we spoke a lot for this season, and we really think that we are doing all good pattern to the through the season, and it's gonna start actually very soon. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly. We wanted to know what's your plan for the season, which I
What
mean, obviously you have your two Grand Prix events, but what
yes.
else are you planning?
Well, of course, it's great for me to say that after a few years, I can come back and compete in Lombardia Trophy in Bergamo. So I will be competing in Lombardia that I've not been competing for a couple of years. So I've jumped through the past years. But it's really a competition that I want to do because, of course, it's where I practice. It's my home and everything, and I feel it really. So it's we decide that it was a good starting point for the season. So after that, we are like we have everything planned already. We are gonna walk through 2/3 Challenger Series, national competition, international Series B, and then to Grand Prix, and then we are already in national. So it's gonna be a competition each 2/3 weeks competition.
Yeah, but a tough schedule, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
um,
that's the
and
that's the plan.
and we know that the Italian Federation has come some kind of ranking procedure.
Yeah.
Do you know if the decision will be already after nationals or after Europeans only?
No, the so as I know so far, I just want to say it's 90% sure because I need to read it again to be 100%. But so after nationals, we have the Olympic names. I would say yes after nationals, because of course there is one more competition before, but it's less than 4 weeks before the actual competition because as a team event, I think it's really first days of February.
Mhm.
And I don't
Okay, so
know
that
if it's out already the Europeans, but I think it will be around 10, 15 January, usually in the Olympic season. I don't know the exact schedule. So less than 4 weeks
that's
we
something.
can, yeah, unless of course I would say. A kid comes and goes 350 points at Europeans. Of course, he's going to Olympics, But as far as I know, yeah, the national championships will be the cut for everything.
I think
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense, and
Yeah,
also not to push to put the athletes under so much pressure until far before. So you,
yeah,
I mean, you now we talked about competitions and everything, but let's talk about your Olympic programs because
yeah,
your Olympic long program you debuted already last season. We know that it's one of your favorite songs. I think that you always wanted
yes.
to skate to. It's something Italian, so maybe a little bit about this, and then maybe also about the short.
Yeah, so the free program, as we know, as you know already. So I did it for the first time at Europeans. Yes, so it was a special program for me. I created with Luca Lanotte, and we really wanted to keep also for the Olympic season. So it's also better, one program is already in my legs working. I did few competition in it, so I know the rhythms, I know the time, and I know everything. And the feeling that I have with that program is just great. For sure, it will be small changes somewhere in the program. We will work on it in a couple of weeks with Luca, but it's gonna be that program still with the music that we all know, Miserere from Zucchero and Pavarotti. So it's gonna be, I think, really great because unfortunately I'm so upset about that. But at Europeans was a disaster. I was just after the first fall, I was rushing through the program and I couldn't perform it. But it's gonna be great. I know it. I know it can have so much energy to give to the audience, and I want to give the audience what this program deserves, really. And about the short. So I worked with Massimo Scali again, and it was amazing. We've been working together since 10 years already, and we have even more than 10 years, something more, but we have a feeling, he knows me since I was born because he was an athlete of my parents, so we know each other since really I was born. And we have a special feeling, as I say always, because we can create an amazing program in 2 hours. And it's gonna be my best program in my life. Of course, then we will work on details. But when you can create a program in 2 hours because you know each other so well that I know already what he's gonna do in that moment, in on the music, going which direction, when, and it's great. It's really great. So the music, it's Silver Lines from Damiano David, so which is like the frontman of Maneskin group,
Oh.
actually. Yes, he's now doing the solo career, and he created this music, which is great, I think. For me, it's great. I hope for everybody. And it's an orchestral version, so it's more with the orchestra in the back, so it's more smooth. I think orchestra and figure skating really work well together because it going smooth with everything, and his voice is just like I did in the Maneskin before. Wow, like the audience is just coming down with me and skating with me every time. So that's actually the key of the program. What can I say? It's just lovely because everybody that saw the program, they told me, I really think this is one of the best program you've ever done. And I was not jumping, I was not doing spins, I was just skating to the program and steps. Because everybody say, we really see that you feel it. It's very deep inside. And there is one particularity that I will not say because I want everybody to see in the first competition, and it's something very particular that I think I have actually never seen in a program so far. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but it's nothing that like fireworks, because it's nothing that you see. Oh, Matteo is doing double backflip. No, no. is something so so soft that's only some people will understand that what is happening, because you need to really know and have the eyes to see what is happening on the ice rink. And then when the first jump will arrive, you say, ah, okay, this happened already. So I know it's nothing to say. I haven't said nothing. As I said before, I will not say, but it's special.
Wow.
The first part of the program, it's quite unusual for a figure skating in singles. Quite unusual. Yes.
Oh, now we're really curious.
Right?
You
Yeah.
can't wait to see this
Yeah.
Lombardia Trophy. I think Judith might be going to Lombardia Trophy,
Uh,
maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% decided yet, but this brought me in the direction I should be
Yeah, I
looking
think
up the
it's better if you
flights.
come. Yes. No, I mean, you will see, of course, then in all the other competition, our sport is repetitive, but this is also the particularity of our sport. But this thing, it's something that makes the people go, ah, you can do that, and you did in such a great way that we didn't realize you did that. Okay,
Ah.
so yeah. As I said, I'm not doing quad axel. I'm not doing a double backflip, unfortunately, because I'm not really able to do that. But it's something else. You know me as a skater. I like to perform. I like to have the audience with me. I like edges. I like skating. So I think this is the direction that this program was built with.
Wow. Yeah. So sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
And it has like both programs now, if I'm not mistaken, have Italian, have something Italian.
They have something Italian because the
Am I mis-
short program it's English words, so it's in English.
But
It,
it's an Italian singer or band
yes,
or
yes.
yeah.
Damiano, it's
Yeah.
Italian, 100%. He's from
Yeah.
Rome. I was born in Rome, so very close. But all the song it's in English. Yes.
Well, I think it's
Yeah.
great that because so many skaters, not only Italian skaters, also other skaters, they look for Italian music because the Olympic Games are going to be in Italy. But I think
Yeah.
it's great you found some music that's new and different that we haven't heard so many times.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
really cool.
exactly. No, it's actually brand new because the music it's from late 2024.
Mhm.
So actually, nobody could actually use it for the last season, and I really guess nobody will use it for the next one because it's very, as I said, the singer is Italian, so it's international spread wise and stuff. But I find it hard that somebody's gonna pick that music. I guess not.
But even the Miserere is something that you
Well,
haven't
it's
like,
quite unusual. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
True, true fact. True, true. Yeah.
that's very cool. Yeah. Do you have any other question for Matteo?
Yeah, I was just also thinking, I mean, because actually this podcast usually we deliver the news. So do you follow the skating news and updates that are going on over the up season from your colleagues or yeah, social media, or you rather focus on yourself?
No, well, it's quite, as I said before, I need to be honest. Everything that you see on my social media is, I don't know, like I prepare it before. I'm not using so much social media right now because I'm really focused on the preparation. So everything, what you see, it's somebody is doing for me because I need to do it, the content and stuff, It's a very important season, so we need to be there. But I really have no time. Actually, like I will be back in half an hour at the ice rink to finish my day. Yeah. So it's a crazy moment. But of course, I know that everything what's going on around me, I kind of know. But I think it's better to focus on myself this season, and it's just one very very hard season. I want to just focus on myself. Yes,
Yeah, understandable. But did you have your vacation yet?
yes, I did it in May.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, was a good moment to have a break and then to go back on the ice and slow preparation for the season. We don't want to rush because we don't want to get injured. The body has to be ready for all the jumps that I need to do, and I'm old. As
Come on. No,
as
not
I
at
said,
all.
you know, in figure skating, as you know, like my age is not the youngest one, so my body is already telling me, oh, you know, this point is gonna hurt soon. So yeah, no, actually, fun things apart, but yeah, holiday were gone very soon. But now it's time to really focus on skating. And the only thing I really would love to do in the next season is to enjoy more every moment of
Mhm.
competition, every practice that I have, because I really want to feel this season so much like I never did before. And, you know, every season I try to say this to myself. And sometimes I struggle more because, you know, the surgery or maybe the pain somewhere or too much competition in Italy and stuff. But the next season, I want to cut all this, start from a white paper and start to draw everything.
No, that sounds really good. And
Mm.
we really hope that you will fulfill this plan and really be able to enjoy
Thank
that
you.
season.
Thank you very much.
And then we wish you the best of luck and we are looking forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you very much for having me here once again.
You.